All right, you guys. So last night on WWE Friday Night Smackdown, we seen this video package where they are saying, which is clear as day, that Charlotte Flair is returning and look like she'll be on SmackDown. So don't look like she'll be on Raw or anything like that for right now. And they show like different pictures, angles of her and everything, and they put the name clear as day on there, Charlotte Flair. Now with Charlotte Flair returning, you guys. Like, is she going, if we're going to get this thing with Tiffany Stratton or what? Let me know your thoughts. Now, you guys, we did have a great opening thing to where we had Jesse Tessitore and Wade Barrett coming down, walking to the arena and everything, hyping up Friday Night SmackDown. I love how both of these guys do this. We end up opening up the show with Rey Mysterio. They were in his hometown last night of San Diego, California. And with that being said, you guys, Rey Mysterio was happy to be there. He came out pretty much and talked about, him entering the Royal Rumble and him having like, him winning back in 2006. And he said he did it for his former, his friend that he always had, which was Eddie Guerrero. The crowd started chanting Eddie. Then Kevin Owens' song hits. Kevin Owens come out with the Canadian son of security, pretty much like that. And Kevin Owens did make a great point, and he said his then best friend, and we already know who he's talking about, which is no other person than Sami Zayn. So somewhere down late here in 2025, we will see some interaction between, or maybe see a match or a big feud between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Now, with that being said, you guys, Rey Mysterio, say he would love to have a match, with Kevin Owens. But, he told Kevin Owens that he wasn't, the champion. And Kevin Owens got mad and they were saying he was like delusional. And then they start out brawling and everything like that. And Rey Mysterio ends up, going out there and, going to backstage and talking to Nick Aldis and saying he wanted a match. And then, we seen Cody Rhodes pop up out the trainer's room and pretty much said, he was, back there, he's medically cleared and want him to sign the contract. But he said, I'm not signing the contract, until Kevin signs it first. So he takes, later on during the night, he takes the contract over to Kevin and wanted him to sign it. Now, Kevin Owens wearing a Rey Mysterio shirt. So I thought that was actually pretty funny, you guys, and everything. Then we, in the crowd, we end up seeing Victoria. Looks like she more than likely will be one of the women for the WWE Hall of Fame induction ceremony of this year, 2025. I think that comes like right before the day of WrestleMania on a Saturday. Then we move on to later on during the night. I'm just going at random, you guys. We had Kevin Owens went over there near Rey Mysterio's daughter and show him how, he's getting beat up. But she had a smile on her face, which I was like, what in the world? And she was just like laughing at her dad when he was like freaking getting his head banged on the barricade by Kevin Owens. And so, he just kept taunting Rey Mysterio's daughter and everything like that. And I was like, okay, maybe Dominic doesn't like your dad and she doesn't either. So I'm like, okay, whatever. But it was actually a weird thing to see. Kevin Owens did pick up the victory and he's still holding up the Wing Eagle championship, knowing he's not the rightful winner for this belt. So, yeah, Kevin Owens, I don't know what to say about this man, you guys. He is right. He does have some key points, and he's going after everyone, who, helped Roman. And then after then, he started to hit the package power driver on Rey Mysterio after the match, which, he was about to shake his hand. Then he kicked him in. After then, we end up seeing where Kevin Owens, stopped it, was stopped. And then that's when Cody Rhodes came out. So Cody Rhodes go backstage and Nick Aldis wants both of them to relinquish both of those belts so they can hang them high. And then on Saturday main event, they will have a contract signing, for the ladder match, for Royal Rumble. Now we go backstage, you guys, to where we had Naomi backstage and, she was trying to pretty much play like, she didn't attack Jade. And that's when Jade tweeted during Smackdown, "You sure?" with a question mark. So this raised a lot of questions. Naomi is the attacker. They did go on to have the have a tag team women's tag team championship match with Nia Jackson, Candice LeRae versus Naomi and Bianca Belair. Before then, Bianca Belair wrap her braid up and everything because she didn't. Naomi didn't want to get hit by the belt, but we know that Naomi did it, and Naomi hasn't been a tag team champion in a good little while now in the WWE. So her still in the spotlight now, and Naomi is the attacker. So, but yeah, it was pretty crazy out throughout the match, you guys, and we see where Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend will be fighting them on NXT, on January 28th. So you guys, with that being said, you guys, then we see Big Jim. He had a perfect intro and everything. And so with that being said, you guys, also Mello, Carmelo Hayes, he definitely did get a great he did get a great speech where he said he's just living in the shadows of Jey Uso and Roman Reigns at the same time, simply because Jey is trying to get his own little thing started. But the match was great, but it was stopped by no other than the crazy man Jacob Fatu, and of course Tama Tonga. And Tama Tonga was the one that pushed Jimmy off the top rope. And, every time when they clear, they try to beat whoever up in the ring and trying to clear the ring up, we already know who is coming out next. And the person that came out, which they mentioned him last week, was no other man than the used to be former tribal chief Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa ends up coming out. He looked at the crowd. He didn't say anything. He didn't, utter any words as he was walking down the thing. He had the mic in his hand, and he just dropped it, and he left out through the crowd. So now, you guys, this raised a lot of questions. Like, is Solo leaving the blood? I mean, is he done with the Bloodline 2.0 thing, or what? He had his jacket over his shoulder, and you can see how Jacob and Tama Tonga is looking at him like, wow, like, you just left us? Like, no explanation, no nothing, or anything like that. And so, Solo was gone. Jacob is like freaking looking so freaking serious at this man. Like, wow, he just had us to clear. We cleared this ring, and now he just drops the microphone and leaves. And now I got to pick up the microphone now and say something. But Jacob Fatu, he ends up getting the mic. He was like, I'm tired of the disrespect. He said, I don't care if y'all boo us. I don't care if y'all cheer us. He said, because at the end of the day, he said, I don't give a DAM and everything. And so he just goes on to say, now he's just getting started. So, but yeah, you can see what happened with the attack and everything. Because LA Knight ended up coming and attacking them from behind. And then after then, LA Knight was stomping him out at the beginning, but he ended up getting stumped out. But we did get the return of the one big SOB. Braun Strowman made his return on Friday Night SmackDown and was looking face to face with no other man than Jacob Fatu. Now, this was great, you guys. And later on in the night, they did mention for a Saturday night main event, we're going to get two freaking huge monsters, Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu. Now, Jacob Fatu, this match right here is going to be incredible. I cannot wait until next Saturday. Now, with that being said, you guys, we did also get a match during the middle of the night with Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo, which they got screwed out their match by Pretty Deadly. And, Motor City Machine Guns, Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley, I'm about to say Austin Aries, Alex Shelley ended up getting the win. As I said before, you seen Pretty Deadly was up there, and they had a awesome maneuver looking like thing, as you can tell from this photograph here. It was pretty cool, I have to say the least. And with that being said, you guys, maybe they get some kind of contenders match or something like that, but we'll see. Now, of course, WWE does the does like the signs, well, WWE signs or whatever, and they go showing the different signs. Why didn't they show this sign of why did Rock break kayfabe? That person, WWE didn't show that one, but it is real interesting, and we're still wondering why. But The Rock, he will curse us out. But anyways, you guys, B-Fab. Now, this is one I definitely want to talk about. B-Fab, we haven't seen her since the beginning part of the tournament of the Women United States Championship thing. Now, B-Fab is pretty great in the ring. Like when she had her match, everyone was behind her, and she ended up facing Piper Niven, which I don't think Piper Niven should have won this match, even though Piper Niven, was a good wrestler and everything like that. But should have not won this match. We should have had B-Fab win this match, and then have her to fight Chelsea Green to win the United States Championship. In a couple more months. I mean, in a couple of weeks or months or however. But it looks like they're setting up a tag team match, and either B-Fab or Meechin will pin Chelsea Green in this match when they do have it. So maybe it'll be on Friday Night Smackdown next week or the week after, however. But Johnny Gargano, he was backstage attacking Apollo Crews. I don't understand why Apollo Crews, he's like the voice of reason or something like that, and like spying and everything like that. He don't have a tag team partner. Last time he got in this tag team stuff when Baron Corbin was there. Now, Baron Corbin is no longer with the WWE. Now, I wonder, what is going to happen now. We did see Roxanne Perez on Friday Night SmackDown because remember Bayley appeared up on NXT this past Tuesday. Now, it was only right for Roxanne to, appear up on Friday Night SmackDown. And with that being said, you guys, we more than likely will see a match between Bayley and Roxanne Perez, because Roxanne Perez said that Bayley was her role model, and they had like this superstar thing earlier this week to where Roxanne Perez was pretty much dressed like Bayley. And so I was like, the first Bayley we had, like the one with the floaties and all that little stuff or whatever. But Tiffany Stratton ends up getting a clean win over Bayley, and that's what I like. No shenanigans, no Roxanne Perez coming in the ring on the rope or anything like that. That was pretty impressive. Now, question is, we've seen Bayley on Monday Night Raw. What's the future for Bayley? Will she still be on Friday Night SmackDown? Will she get traded over to Monday Night Raw with Adam Pearce? We'll see how this is going to happen in the coming weeks, you guys. Till then, you guys, peace, salute, have a great day, you guys. Thank you so much for checking out my WWE Friday Night SmackDown review video here with Chris Wrestling Views on YouTube.com. Thank you.